what up, my great peoples? Welcome to the Convicted to Grow podcast. I'm your girl, Coach Tressa, motivational speaker and confidence coach. You know, my goal is to not only help you build confidence, whether it's in life, career, or business, but also to bring guests from all walks of life to share their growth journey, their resilience story, or provide any tips that could be an added value to your career or your business. And so listen, y'all, I'm excited because this next episode that we're doing, I told y'all last week that we was going to do what you call the next chapter conversations going forward. And as you know, if you've been following my journey of the Convicted to Grow podcast, we are over 60 episodes in. So thank you for your support, your love, and everything that you do. Been rocking with me in this journey. 18 months in. And so I had this thing one day. I woke up and I said, where are they now, right? Where are they now? And so God gave me this vision, and I wanted to showcase 5-6 people that I saw personally that's been on my timeline and on my feed forever, right? I'm like, y'all doing a daggone thing. And so I reached out to this next guest, and here's the thing. He was episode 10. Episode 10, and the title of his episode of the very first time he came to my show was Obedience Burst Favor. Ooh, I got chills thinking about that. Obedience Burst Favor was the name of his time he first came on. And so he's a speaker, he's a father, husband. Oh my God, he's an advocate for our children. And by the way, I ain't even got nothing I'm reading out. I just know him, but he's an author, mental health advocate for men. What else? He does stuff for the education space, whether it's for educators or for the kids. I done seen him in magazines. Like, I ain't gonna go into any further detail. I'm gonna let him tell you. But y'all, help me welcome none other. And he's from New York, by the way. Did I get it right? Okay.
Yeah.
He's now in Florida. But help me welcome back Lamar Wilson. Hey,
Thank you. It's so good to be back. I love it.
Y'all, listen, he's like, I'm ready. I was like, wait a minute, let me get, he's like, I'm ready. I got so much to share. And so I'm excited because, you know, when I said growth is a daily thing, and I'm always talking about the journey, because it takes a process, but it also takes grind, it takes grits. Lamar, let's talk. Let's have a next chapter conversation. So since we last spoke, what's been going on with you? Talk to the people.
You know, since the last time we spoke, I read another book, a workbook this time though. This book, God put it on my soul. He was saying, I was like, because people say, why you didn't write a book about your life, man? You got some stuff that you could talk about. And God was like, no, we're not going to do that because I want you to focus on some areas that people really need to get out. They're getting it out in the wrong way. So I was like, all right, well, God, what you want me to do? Because you gave me the first book. Oh, I'm good. I broke the ice. Right? So T, he was like, all right, we're gonna do a mental health workbook, and we're gonna include some real pinpoints in your life that people can relate to in this workbook. And I was like, okay, cool. God was like, see, you talk too much. I didn't finish talking. So I'm thinking, I got the mindset. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do a workbook. I'm gonna talk about some stuff in my life. I'm giving people what they want in the workbook. God, I was like, all right, cool. God was like, you're not doing that just for a moment. There are people really dealing with stuff, and they can't just have it for a moment. I said, well, God, what you want me to do? He said, we're gonna create this workbook called First Me, Then the World. And I was like, okay, I got the concept, God, cool. He's like, but we're gonna do not just a, couple, like a book and a couple of chapters. No, God said, we're gonna do 12 months. You're gonna help somebody for a full year open up where that person can't go to their parents, they can't go to their spouse, they can't go to their kids, they're too embarrassed to go to a therapist. They rather put it out on social media. And you're gonna give them that personal 12 months with your insight, your trauma, your situations. You're going to give them activities. I'm going to guide you these 12 months to get them to a place where they feel they love themselves even more. Now, and I had to keep asking myself, I'm like, but the title, God told me. He told me on March 2024, he said, first me, then the world. Because if you could take care of yourself first, you are a better person to your kids. You're a better person to your family. You're a better person to your spouse. You're a better person to your coworkers. It starts with you first. So they got to do the work. I don't want you to write a book. I want it to be a work book. They got to work it. I said, oh, I got it. I got it. And so the full year, I said, I was like, oh, I got it. God is right. I was like, right, cool. March was here. I finished everything. I'm working. I'm sweating, right? And I'm like, I'm putting it on my birthday. God was like, no, you're not. All right, God, I'm put it out in September. No, you're not. Because you still got some stuff you got to work on. Ooh. So I can't give you the world until you fix your world. I said, oh, I got it. And so I started working on it. Got this, take out this, put this here. You see that situation? Don't that situation look similar? Don't that conversation they just had look I said, oh, I got it. Son, just because it looks like it's ready, sometimes you got to let it cool off. You take it off the pot too fast, and then you're like, oh, it's burning me because I told you it wasn't ready. But you want to take it off because I did all the cooking. I'm hungry. And God's like, son, you think I'm going to starve you? It's not ready. And so a year later, God put this in. And like I said, and later on, we'll touch more on it because there's a story behind when you trust your process. Come on. When you trust your process, God is saying, son, this is how my vision for this book is. I don't care what the flesh told you. We're going to do this. But we'll get into it, T. We got time.
I want you to go in. I want you to go, ooh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, and listen, y'all, go back to episode 10. It's one of my top episodes of the podcast. He's in the top 5. So make sure y'all go to episode 10 and hear about his background and all that. We ain't giving y'all that today. Y'all got to go back and watch that. But when I recall, I think you came on March of last year.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, I know you talked about the workbook, but if I'm not mistaken, there was a children's book that was getting ready to get birthed. Because remember I said you got to put a date on that thing.
Yep, exactly.
You birthed the children's book.
Yep.
What date was that?
That was June 7th. June 7th, Oliver's first day came out. Yep. June 7th.
Yes,
yep. I put that out. That I was so happy. I was like, oh, I got a book. Oh, I'm gonna put another one the next week. I'm like, oh, and God was like, you ain't no rapper. You ain't putting these out. Like, you ain't Little Wayne, boy. Oh man.
Can we see Oliver's first day?
Oliver's first day. I got it. Wait. I don't have it on me right now. I got it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me.
I want to put a plug in real quick. For all my educators, we're going to put this out here because we're still selling that too. We want to put that out there because I think you've been taking it and reading it.
Yeah.
You do book order? Like it's okay.
Yep. And the reason why I love Oliver, because like I said that day, I got to go to that episode. We're not gonna go that deep, but I made Oliver a school district name where schools now, they don't request Lamar, the educational leader speaker. They request Oliver. They want Oliver. They don't want, just come and read. They want to know, where did Oliver come? And they have gotten to a point where now Oliver has now been showcased in the same week of Dr. Seuss Week. And Dr. Seuss Week is worldwide. Wow. Yeah.
And this is for any age range?
Any age range. This is I focused it on preschool, but you can connect to it at any age. It's literally steps. You have something you want, but you're scared to take that first step. That first step. And it's like, yo, T, I want to write this book. T, I want to start this podcast. T, I want to start this business. And why you have it? I ain't got the finance. I don't got the support. I don't got this. And then when you first take that first step, And then you take another step and another step and another step. And then you're like, hold up, this step wasn't there. Oh, I could have been did this. Yeah. I could have been opened my business. People like, I want to open a restaurant. Why you not cooking in the kitchen? Why you not making plates in the kitchen? People like, oh, I love baking. Why you not selling your cakes on Facebook? Why you not putting them on Facebook? You can get orders. Come on, T. They already got me up. I'm ready. We just started. Come on. You get what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop. This is what I'm saying. I told someone this yesterday. People say live in the moment. You understand that moment is literally just a moment. And if you don't take a action in that moment, you don't get it again. So when it's that moment, like, oh, T, I wish I would have did that. I wish I would have said that. Why didn't you? I was scared. Oh, was it the right time? And I'm telling you, that moment, if you start focusing in that moment, like, yo, I'm thinking it, God put it on my heart, He put it on my mind, I'm doing it. Wherever I lay, that's where it's at. I don't care at this point. I'm not going to allow no moment where God has to question me and say, L, I put that in front of you, but God, I wasn't ready. If I brought it to you, I prepared you for it. Don't play with me, son. And this is what I'm saying. You got to take advantage, full advantage of the moment. You got an opportunity. God still got you there. That's the reason. It may fail. That's okay.
Yeah.
Embrace failure. But I've been failing. I keep doing it, and it's not working. But you keep doing it. Eventually, God's gonna say, "Okay, you serious about what you're doing? Let me clear some stuff out."
Yeah.
But when you stop and start, stop and start, and stop and start, God's like, "I can't trust you. I'm not doing no, I'm not. You're not no at all." But when you keep doing it and you keep working on it, and God's like, I see you committed.
Yeah.
I see your commitment, because your commitment equals your character. And the more consistent you are, God's like, I can trust you. See, I'm not trusting them with no, they want to make, oh, I wish I had $1 million. You can't even hold $100 in your pocket. You think I'm trusting you? No. But son, I see that you wrote a book, and I see how consistent you are about the plan I put on you. So you know what, son? We're not going to just give this book out, because you know something? What Jeremy Anderson told me personally, yo, L, if they pay, they're going to pay attention. If you give it to free, they're just going to put it to the side and just like, I got a book. And so God's like, see, son, I brought you here because you had that mindset. I'm going to give it for free. And that's fine. Cool. You got a good heart. I know that. But here's the problem. You want people to do the work. They got to invest in the work.
Oh, my God. Listen, y'all. One thing about Lamar, I swear he a low-key assistant pastor somewhere. He at somebody's church. He probably leading Bible study. Oh God! But you know, and what I love about your how you tell stories is like God all up in it. And when I go back, and here's the thing, y'all. Our first episode, he was outside. It might be a fly going by. He still doing the word.
Yep.
And just how, even with your storytelling, how just that transition, right? And you always said how God's always been speaking to you and over again. So with these last 18 months, tell the listeners and the viewers out there, what has been some of your proudest moments? What has been any transition where you had to, well, I don't even know if you want to call it a setback, but you had to like shift and pivot something. And tell us about 18 months. I want to understand this journey of these last 18 months that you've been on.
Yeah. In these 18 months, T, I have done 2 school tours, 10 schools plus. I have gotten in front of Florida Board of Education, New York Board of Education. I have gotten myself in conferences. But T, it's just because how much work I put in, how much when the situations of your spouse is like, well, now I see the vision, I trust the vision, but now you're taking time away from us.
Yeah.
So how do we make this work? And then you turn around and you bring it to God and you say, well, God, I don't want to lose my marriage. I don't want to lose my family. So what do I do? And he's like, let your wife do the calendar. Your schedule need to be on the family schedule. So when you got to go do something, she knows what you're doing. You bring it to her. You can keep bringing it to me. That's cool. But you bring it to her too. You can't just assume because you good in these areas and no. And so the 18 months I've been rocking, it's been in schools where schools are saying, hey, we either want Oliver or we want you because you have a program called PST. That's Problem Solutions Target. Let's focus on the problem, right? And so now this program is let's focus on the problem. Let's find out if the problem's in school, outside school, internally. Cool. Now, what's the solution? I'm making them use their brain. I'm telling them, what's the solution? Tell me your solution. Well, it's just, and I'm role playing with these students. I'm role playing with these teachers. I'm role playing with the janitors. I'm in the school. I'm not there just to speak and people like, all right, thank you. I'm like, okay, what's going on? What y'all doing? Let me go sit in the cafeteria with the teachers. I'm immersed myself in there. Then we find out what's the target, T? What's the end goal? Where are we trying to go? So they be like, PST. Is no more. What's going on? Where they be like, come on, PST. And these students, because I'm giving them, yo, this guy's coming in here. And he's not just trying to talk to me. Yo, he was here last week. Oh, he came to my class too. And I'm like, if you want me here, I'm going to be here for that one moment. I mean, for that one day, but I need to come back because these students need me. There's some students that don't have no one that they could talk to. So now I'm speaking at colleges, and college people are like, oh, financial aid, or you know, I got clothes, or I don't have this, and like it's missing with my mental. So for the past 18 months, I've been immersing myself in the school system where I'm sitting there with a GED. And I got the GED. Even though I got the associates and the bachelors, I'm sitting there with people that got the doctors and they got the big degrees. And I'm saying to myself, God, how'd you get me here? You was being obedient. They need to hear from you. Yeah. Because when you're not in that room, they just go, well, what works? What's working? But when someone actually is from that neighborhood, from that area, from that upbringing, they like, yo, T, we got him here not just because we want to know what's going on in the city. We got him here because he's just going to be 100. He don't just tell us what it is. These students don't feel heard. These teachers, they're not even talking about money no more because they figure out they can make money at DoorDash and that means nothing. They need respect. So now these 18 months, I have immersed myself not just to be on I just want to be out there. I want to be out there. I'm like, the school systems need somebody like me. They need somebody. So I go and I go to the educational conferences, the learning conferences, and they're like, well, who's this guy? Is he a teacher? He a principal? No, he's just a speaker. He's an education. He gets us. Oh well. And, you know, you get those people, see, that's like, I can do this. And, okay, that's cool. But let me show you something. Let me show you that this school that had a retention rate of 56, and my man says he's been in this school talking to these students and teachers, he done brought it down to 30. Come on, talk to them, Lamar. You get what I'm saying? These kids he had 70 kids that went from D's and F's that barely was going to school. Now they in school. They moved to C's. But your face is like, this guy comes with his hat backwards and a t-shirt. Yeah. Wanna know why? Because your kids that come into that class come in with t-shirts. They come in there with their hats. You tell them to take it off. Like I'm teaching them something they not getting at home. So now these schools to are saying for the last 18 months. Now they tell me, T, they said, Lamar, we know you got your GED. You mentioned in one of your presentations, you never been to a high school graduation. I said, no, I never been to a college graduation either. T, they said, we want to give you a cap and gown. We want you to be the first one to walk down the aisle. for your graduation. We're going to do everything you messed up. We're going to do everything. We want you to speak to the kids. God's like, it's timing. That's all it is. It's timing.
Did you put it out there?
Yeah, I didn't put it out yet. I didn't put it out. Yeah, I got it. I got it. And you know something? That's why I say, I keep telling God, I'm like, God, I got all this stuff. God's like, pace yourself, son. Pace yourself. Son, you're here for a long time.
Yeah.
You're here. Don't worry about that. You got time. And so these 18 months, T, has shown me growth into something that I thought I wanted versus something I needed. I thought I wanted to be the number one speaker, T. I want to be everywhere. You see me, you see it. And it's like, you think of something, you think of Lorna. And God was like, son, no. The most important things in your life don't need to be on social media. And I'm like, but I still want it. God's like, I don't care, because these kids need you, and you don't got time to set up your camera and do this. I need you to get in these kids' mind, in their hearts. So when they leave this class, they come back tomorrow. And for 18 months, I've been seeing, taking my time, take my number, call, yo, L, here's my Instagram. And that's why I'm so strategic on, I would love, in our field, T, we can't just put up anything we want. The world is watching us, And so I'm so strategic on what I put out, because I got principals and teachers. I got so much people looking. I'm like, that's why I'm like, okay. God's like, I got to shift your mindset, because you're a little silly in that area. You over here.
Let me just add something to that. To my entrepreneurs, speakers, business professionals. You hear what he said? You got to be strategic with your social media posting. I mean, I'm in that corporate space. Same thing. You have to strategically, people are watching, right? I've gotten booked off of social media. People say, oh, I've seen you speak. I need you to come and speak. And you say, well, you wanted to be the number one speaker. But here's the thing, you speaking. It may not be the grand stage, but you in the classroom, you in the boardroom, you in the training room, you speaking. So, I mean, wow, that is so amazing. So help me understand. So now that the book is out, you on these tours, you're doing everything. By the way, who's your team? You got a team? Okay, God, come on. No, because I'm saying, I think a lot of times people, like you said, excuses, right? And the people, and I get it. Some people have the team. Some people say, I don't have a team, so they feel like they're on the island by themselves. How do you stay so great? I already know this answer, God, of course, right? But from aside from that, how do you pace yourself so, one, you're not burnt out, overwhelmed? Because I know what that feels like. You the talent, you the consultant, the speaker, the content person. You got to set the camera over here, this angle. Now you said you got the wife with the calendar, but with the calendar, invoicing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know something? It brings me back to when I first started, when I made the decision, T, I'm going to start speaking. I'm going to start giving people positive information. And T, people closed the door on me. People were like, no. Or people were like, yo, you want to talk to me? It's going to cost you $150. Or no. And then I'm sitting there and I go to God, and God's like, see, I didn't tell you to go to them. You did. You went on your own, silly. And so how do I pace myself? Every month, I'll go tell my secret today. You're gonna get the secret. I print out a calendar, and I tell myself what day I'm gonna post a video content, what day I'm not. I give myself a day off. What do I need? Do I need to post the book? Do I need to post a video? Do I need to put a self? For the entire month, I structured, even yesterday, it was the first. I structured what my month looked like. And my question to people right now, what does your month look like? Why are you living day to day when you could print out a calendar and you say, well, on Friday, no social media. Saturday, I'll post something. Monday, I'm going to go spend some time with myself. That's my calendar. So I created that whole structure of Saturday, family time. And if you do see me post on it, that's cool. But it's structured. And it gives me a peace of mind. It allows me to know what I'm doing. And I get so happy when I have a day off mentally where I don't have to do nothing on social media. I don't have to do no content, no editing, no nothing. It's just me. I love it.
Yeah. No, and I'm learning that now because here recently, I just told my community last night. Recently, I've been feeling burnt out with social media. Meaning, because there's so many platforms and you post. Oh my God.
Yep.
And I ain't at that place yet financially. I can hire somebody just like, come and run my social media.
Right. But T, you know, when you start, say at Facebook, then you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Twitter, you gotta put, and that time frame, it's a lot. And if you're really out there doing it like that, and we're not trying to scare anybody, we don't want to scare nobody, but you're going to have to put that work in. But when you get to a point where me and T is at, and we're saying, I feel burnt out, it's because I don't put out so much content. I done gave the world so much of me. At some point, I have to say, all right, let me structure my month. Because I really don't need to do 4 videos a day. Post 4 posts. No, let me structure my day because, T, at this point, right now, the world knows who you are. Let's not play those games. You don't need to keep showcasing it. You're giving them information. It's like, yeah, cool. But at some point, you're like, hold up. Let me just structure this because I got to take care of me. Go back to the book. First me, then the world. What my month look like. 4th of July. Do I really need to post something? Maybe I need to just relax. What does my next weekend look like? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I have to take care of my mental first. It has to be first. I love giving people information. I love the response. I love it. The most satisfying thing, T, when someone says, I need to hear that. I love it. But there's a point where it's saying you put so much out, and that's great.
Yeah.
And now you don't have a moment to yourself.
Yeah.
I used to text people every day, 7 a.m. every day for like 3 straight years. And then I found out. I'm saying some people didn't even have my phone number stored. And I'm like, you in my community and you ain't got my number stored. And I'm like, God, I'm spending like 20 minutes texting everybody. Then I'm going on social media and throwing the first video up, T. Then at 3 o'clock, I'm throwing another video. 6 o'clock, I'm throwing, come on, T.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's like who's pouring back into you when you on low sale?
There you go. And that's the thing. It's first me, then the world. First me. I gotta take care of me.
Yes. And so this book when did this workbook get launched?
This got launched on June 27th. June 27th, yeah.
Have you ever thought about having your own private community?
I have. And it's been brought to me. I have gotten offers for TV, YouTube TV, my own channel. And to me, I bring it to God, and God's like, we'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. And I truly thought, and of course, somebody saying, oh, you have your own channel. How does this sound? I am the one TV, and I'm like, that sounds cool. Like, no, not right now. Like, come on, but I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in Tom because he brings it back and says, okay, that sounds good. Let's look at the schedule right now. Well, what you're doing with schools, what you're doing with colleges, what you're doing in youth groups. Then you got your family. Then you got yourself. Show me on this pie, where do that fit in? Just because it's on the table and it smells good does not mean that's your seat.
That's a convicted to grow moment right there. Woo. I'm just saying, you're right. They say delay don't mean denied, right?
Yep.
And it, like you said, it's all in timing. and divine alignment, right? And seasoning. Now that you have this, and now you still have the church book, but now that you have this workbook, and it's a 12-month thing, right? That's one of the reasons I was thinking about the community, because now they're getting coached by you. But it is, running a community is a lot of work, because I run my CTG one. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Take me back a little bit on, I know you went to God about this workbook being released. What was the mental headspace you were at that time? Because sometimes, I know for me, even with my book, sometimes we create better when we in a moment of pain or in a moment of stillness. Yeah. That's what we're like, it's that creativity, because it's like, okay, I'm in the stillness season right now.
Yeah. No, you mentally, I just lost one of my closest friends in May. So I was in that space of like, my book is coming out in July. I'm on podcasts, I'm on this, I'm doing that. And my friend passed away, and so that set me back in the mindset of like, yo, all this is good. He should be here. This is not how it's supposed to be. And God was just, son, you don't get it. You got to really understand that your friend that passed away is the reason for that book. Because he was dealing with something that he was so embarrassed to say. He had high blood pressure. He was going into diabetes, but he was hiding that he had to take pills. He was hiding that he had to go to doctors. He was hiding this stuff. And so when you go out and you're inspiring the world, you're doing this, and you're not understanding that, are you making it comfortable for people to talk, write out stuff, open up? Are you doing that? Because Lamar, you arm distance to a lot of people. And so that mindset of going back and reading it and saying, this is wrong. This ain't making sense. Because I have to ask myself, is the question I'm asking, is there a solution? If the solution's not there, if the solution's not even with me, how can the next person find a solution? Is that solution connected to what's really going on? And that this whole year of having this book in my hand and spending time and understanding who am I now? Because I've showcased the world that I am a speaker, I am an author, I am a father, a husband. Okay, that's great. But are you taking your family on a mindset of like, yo, y'all along with me or y'all with me? Because I could do life with them or I could do life around them. So I had to learn it. I had to learn it. I mean, I could get a big head, like, I got all this going on, and everybody's like, that's cool. Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm happy. But when you really have someone and your family is supporting you, your friends are supporting you, the community of all social media is supporting you, and you're like, okay, people say, well, I got to stay humble. You don't really have to stay humble. You just have to understand that, something, am I connecting with my wife as much as I need to? Because I got to take care of home first.
That part.
Right? And so if I take care of home, then I'm good outside. And so this 12 months of writing this book, it has helped me open up to things that, it just was just there. That I didn't get resolved when I was 16. When everybody was having a 21st birthday, I spent it in jail. When growing up, not having the father, like this book had me open up to things and stop and think, like, and bring me back to the smell, bring me back to the weather, the color of the benches. And I said, I see what God was trying to make me, don't just rush it because you just want to put it out.
Right.
And that's what put me in a position where I'm like, when it was finalized, I was looking at it like, I did this.
2 books in a year.
I did this when I did this book from the coloring, from the color of the spiral of what did I want, and I wanted to compromise.
You self-published?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to compromise. Why, T? Because I was like, well, you gave me a quote for one thing. I submitted with the color, and you said, well, this is the price. Well, if you want what you gave me, the price is shooting up. And I had to bring it to God. God said, son, that's the plan. Don't worry about it. I'm going to make a way for you. And so, T, from the coloring of the book, the coloring from every detail, right? Let me just tell you this.
Open it up. I want to see some pictures.
The coloring of the book, right? So, fall. Everybody's, in the fall, you want to be where? Home, warm, cozy, right? And when you dealing with something, you just want to feel safe, right? That's the reason why this book, the color's the way it is. This is my friend, my closest friend. Passed away. I dedicated this to him, And so the coloring on here is fall because I want people to feel safe when they're working on this book. I want this to be the safe haven for your book. This is through you got to understand the difference from mental health and mental illness. They're two different. This is action. And so when you tell me and say, oh, Lamar, we could do the whole book black and white. And God said, no, this is 8-year-old Lamar going to the store to get beer at 8 years old. What do you think trauma looks like? Making it okay at 8. You know what I'm saying? So when you go here, and assignments, and it's saying, what do we want to do? I want you to write it. I want you to get everything out. What you deal with. Self-care. What does that look like? You matter. This book is to remind you, you matter. Then I question you. What do you matter about? Do you deal with relationships? Your relationship with yourself. People hear relationships, they think about a spouse. No. Where I'm from, the projects. Where I'm from, growing up in that neighborhood, what did it do to me mentally? This is why this book, for people that's dealing with stuff, I want you to take this book and say, I need to get some stuff out for myself. Remember we used to do journals, diaries and stuff? I want that.
Wow. And it's 12 months.
12 months.
And how can someone purchase it?
You go right to my website. I wanted to, again, when God tells me this, I said, God, I'm going to put it on Amazon because, son, Amazon is saying, well, something? We would love to do it. We would love to put it up, but we don't do spiral books.
They don't?
You don't? Nope. That was another sign. They don't do spiral books. They do hardcover books and paperbacks. They don't do spiral books. Shocked me too.
I'm glad you said something because I was thinking about having a workbook.
Yep. And that was it. Because I said, well, God, my biggest sales came from Amazon. And you know what, T? God said, I want you to personally sign every book that's purchased, and I want you to give them a message. Because when you get it from Amazon, they just throw it on the floor, they take and go. Some people packages get stolen. And so I said, T, I left a prayer in these 12 months that you grow internally, that this book frees you up from all areas in your life.
Yeah. What I was gonna say to you. So they have to go through your website. Have you ever looked at Ingram Spark?
No.
Check out Ingram Spark because I have mine out there now. But Ingram Spark, and they do all the distributors and stuff.
Okay.
But definitely check them out.
Okay.
And I actually purchased some from them recently. I went to Jersey to On Press Publishing for my first batch, but my second batch, the cost was like $3 some change.
Yeah, see? Yeah, and that's what, and from the coloring to the color of the spiral to everything, I didn't, somebody told me, don't discount your gift.
That part.
I was like, wow, just because it's going to save you some money, And then you're not even happy with the product because you wanted to save a couple of dollars. And so now I'm looking and I'm saying, I got the book, this book here. I mean, personally, I'm writing in it myself. I'm writing in it.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
My birthday's this fall, July 27th.
Okay. So this is what. Okay, you ready for this? See, listen.
Yeah.
So the book came out June 27th, right?
Yeah. There you go. I know you. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's what we need to do. We need to go ahead, stop playing, because I'm gonna do what I just did recently, and I sold 63. You need to do a birthday bundle for your birthday. I'm telling you. How much is the workbook?
The $29.95. $29.95.
Okay.
Yeah.
You need to go ahead and do a flyer for your. I'm telling you, it's gonna work for your birthday.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking about 4th of July, but I'm gonna do my birthday. The right hands is gonna get this book. Okay. I did a pre-order. I had 37 pre-orders. I put the pre-order announcement out on that Tuesday last week. That Thursday I had 37. Then the day it released, 25 extra. I said, come on, God. Just keep using me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden now I'm official. I marry people in the 18 months. Come on.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I flew to Houston last month. Married my relationship coach. That's how God works.
I know that's right. Well, I know who to call when I get married, y'all.
Yeah.
Just give me the 2024 rate. Now, whatever.
I got you.
Yeah, give me the 2024 rate. You know, rates be changing.
No, you good. Trust me.
So tell the people, what can we expect coming up? Now we get ready to go into this. We're in the second half of 2025, but what does Lamar have in store for the remainder of 2025, as well as what does the 2026 vision look like? Because when you come back next year, we're gonna be like, ain't that manifestation crazy?
So 2025, okay. I'm gonna be working on Oliver's next adventure, so I'm gonna be working on that. That's gonna come out in 2026. I want to pace myself with his next adventure. Already 11 confirmed schools for September. So I'm doing my first tour was I Am My Future, right? I did that last year. This year I did a 14 school tour in California. Beautiful. That was the I Am My Future. So I'm coming back to do the I Am My Future Part 2 Reloaded. So I got 11 schools confirmed. The goal is to get to 20 before school starts in September. And so I'm taking on, I want the Board of Education to sit with them. How can I help? Where do you need? Where's my services needed at? What space is it? Where are we lacking at? Let me go there. And so 2026, the goal is to be able to release Oliver's first day. I want to be able to start my own school. I want to have my own school for students that are able to learn, after school learning, tutoring, teaching. I want to help students be able to have that vision that they speak of, that they think of, and I want to bring it to reality. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I keep bringing it to God. God's like, nah, it's hitting. You need a school. You need an online school.
And I'm just over here inserting my visions over there on you. So I see, listen, y'all, he's talking about another book. Two things I just pictured, right? I know it's crazy, but I just be thinking. So I see the Oliver, right? You know how you have the Dr. Seuss series? I see it eventually being like 10 books, 15 books, where now it's like, that's your $1 million brand right there.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's gonna get to the point where now it's Oliver's first prom or graduation.
Right.
Like we're following Oliver.
Exactly. And that's the goal. Oliver is literally his next adventure is to learn manners, to learn the right and wrong. His next adventure, it's already lined up. His next adventure is him playing his first sport. It's all lined up for him. And so I don't just want to keep putting out like next month. I don't want to do that. I want to still bring life to so many students that have this passion for reading or want to read. Or I want them to, like, hey, reading is fun, kids, you know?
And then my second vision I saw was, because you talking, I'm listening. And I said, Lamar Wilson Consulting, because you're going to get to a place where you teach, like when you said tours, do you know how many people want to know how you getting booked and stuff? You're giving a mastermind that how to get booked on tours, and now they're paying for the access to pick your brain as a group mastermind, or how to have a self-published book, right? And get on these, like, you're really, and I know you're doing this already, documenting that process. Because watch, you're going to have a you social proof is necessary. You already got the proof. Right. I don't know. I just threw that in there.
No, you're absolutely right. It's got to, I looked at 2024 and I was just like, man, I did so much. I can tell you what I did every month, right? And I'm looking at 2025 and I'm saying to myself, oh, if someone looked at me like, well, you ain't doing everything you did last year, this year, and I'm like, I don't really need to. I'm on to other things that need my services. If I keep staying in that room, God won't never let me grow, because he's like, the elephant in the room. You the elephant, Lamar. Get out the room, go into this room, because I need you to grow.
How many magazines and articles you been featured in?
I've been on LA Roll. I've been on they're gonna kill me. Atlanta's Start Now. Sorry. I just did Grits and Coals. I did Impact magazine. I've been on a couple covers. I just got on the front cover of Grits and Coals. That just got put on my page today. So I've been on a lot of magazines. I've been on TV in this 18 months. Been on BET. I've been on radio with Jamal Bates. These 18 months it's been a way to show people that if you keep trusting your process, you can keep going. And from magazines to having articles pressed and say, hey, we want you featured. Your article stood out so much that you had so many viewers come and look at it. Our next edition, we would love for you to be on the front cover.
I love it. Man, listen, I got cool friends, y'all. I got cool friends.
You know, T, if someone told me this back in 2019 when so many people I reached out to was going to, you know, that I wanted to, because I was inspired by them. If someone had said, if you just really just stay focused and don't give up when I wanted to, and I wanted to stop, and I just said, forget it. If someone would have told me this, I probably would have been like, I don't know, I can't really trust it. But the whole process, it has taught me, it has shown me there are some downs. I accept. I know this is crazy when people are on T. Well, don't ever bring this guy. Well, he just said, I accept failure. I'm gonna say that one more time. I accept failure. Why? Because that lets me know there's some areas in my life I need to be more mature. I need to learn, and I need to present it in a better format. Maybe what I'm doing is just, they're not saying no. They just say not right now. Do I get every speaking engagement? No. They tell me no. Do I filled out the form. I did a short video. I did this. I did that. And they still said no. This is why I'm not doing it. And then God's like, I didn't want you there. I need you online, because there's virtual students online and they need help because they scared to go to school because they have some mental issues and they can't be around people. But I still need you there. But T, I've been doing it and doing it. I'm not seeing the results. Why Lamar gets this? Why T gets this? And look at them. They doing good. That's cool, but you don't get it. They still in their chapter 1. It's just they've been doing it so long, it just looks easy. It's just like playing a video game. You can't get past the board because you done got through the whole process and it's easy. So you get to right there and you're like, oh, but now that person, you see that person like, oh, he's good. Oh, Lamar's doing it. But you don't know the process. You don't know the 6 a.m. in the morning, the 12 o'clock at night. You don't get you write the book and it got typos. And then they come back and you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. See, I don't want to do this no more. It's just too much.
Right.
And you right there.
Yeah.
If you listening right now, you right there. Right there. Imagine finally getting to the door. And just because it turned, it turned, but it didn't open, you like, I'm just going back. God is on the other side. Your success is on the other side. Your career is on the other side. Those finances, that vacation, that good health, those bad habits that you've been trying to get away, your good habits is on that side. And you like, I'm going to just go back. Success is waiting. Like you understand that? I'm talking to you right now. You understand that success is waiting for you. The future you is waiting for you to say, come on.
Yeah.
You need to pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. At this point where you at right now in your life, stop talking to them. They don't got nothing to talk about. Pick up the pace. Come and get me. Come and get me. You want that book? Come and get me. You want that vacation? Come and get me. You want that good health? Come and get me. You want that good relationship? Come and get me. It's waiting for you. Come on, guys. What are you doing? You think it's just gonna come to you? I've never had nobody or anything knock on my door and say, hey, T, this for you. That's success. That's all right. We'll come back.
Don't get him started. Because once he go in, it's kind of like, woo, he's doing that, like, for real. And I'll tell you this, like, I'm so glad to call you fam. I'm just to see your show, the good works that you're doing, the faithfulness. There's more books inside of you. I see the master classes coming, the series coming, everything is coming. But the fact that you're moving with obedience and you're being disciplined and you're waiting on the permission from God to say, here you go. Because sometimes, y'all, we can operate in the flesh or we can operate with hidden motives and intentions. But if that's why you've been faithful and that's why you continue to be blessed. And so I am so glad that to have you back at this next chapter conversation, because to see, and I'm telling y'all, when y'all go back and watch episode 10, okay, go back and then you're going to be like, oh, you're going to put two and two together. Definitely make sure you watch this one, but I want you to also watch that. The link is going to be in the description. So I want you to go back. We'll probably end up getting more views off it because then you're going to put two and two together. You're like, wow, a lot has happened. I want him to show y'all he is the product of what does growth, grind, and grit look like. Ooh, that what the G's. Oh,
there you go. Trademark that. You was the first to say it. I'm Lamar Wilson. I heard T say it first. I don't want to hear nobody saying they started it up. She started it. All right.
No, that's you. That's all you. That's when I think of you. I think of the growth, the grind, the grit, and all with gratitude.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Put that right on the shirt. Boom. Right there.
Listen, for real. And as long as you keeping God first and your family and staying prayed up, man, I just, like I said, you going some places.
Yeah.
You're going some places. Next year is about to blow your mind. What's crazy is last year I told you next year is about to blow your mind, which was this year. Yeah. And it's crazy to see. Y'all can't tell me God ain't good when you don't matter.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Seriously.
Exactly.
So the last question I would ask you, normally I would ask people like convicted to grow, what does that mean to you? But this is a different series, and you've already answered on the first episode. My last question will be a rapid fire in 2 minutes, 2 minutes or less. I want you to tell me anything you want to share, a last minute final word, particularly because you know with my book, but particularly, what do you tell that person who's going through setback after setback after setback, and they trying to rebuild, they trying to rise and be stronger, but for whatever reason, they take 5 steps forward and get pushed 10 steps back. And for whatever reason, the winning season, and they ain't seen a winning season in years. What do you tell that man or the woman right now that's suffering? And I'll yield my mic.
I would tell you, if you're going through challenges right now and you feel like quitting, you feel like just, you know what, if it happens, it happened. I'm not focusing on it. I'm just gonna move on to something else. Stop thinking like that. Don't put that in the universe, and do not tell God something like that. Because when God could be just blessing you right there, you could be at your 95% of getting what God's about to bless you, and you turn away, and God's like, come on. Now we got to start all over again on something new? So let me tell you this. When the door closes, I want you to do this. Knock on it a couple of times, right? If you see it that it's still not opening, right? Let it stay closed. Okay, say it again. You knock on the door a couple of times and it don't open, let it stay closed. It ain't connect with you. So let me tell you, when I mean in your career, in your love life, your career, if that door does not open, understand this. That's a period that God put there. Stop trying to turn a period into a comma. It's over. Move on. God has something better for you. At that given moment, that season, God thought that was good for you. You can get there. Let's see how you go. Maybe, you know what? I see how dedicated you are. I don't want you there. Let's go over here. You understand what I'm saying? If it's a period, do not force it to be a comma. If the door is closed and you can't get it open, leave it. Walk away. You know what? Run like the deacons. Because God closed that. They serve no more purpose in your life. That relationship serves no more purpose in your life. That family member, yeah, I said I'm going there. They don't serve no more purpose in your life. If it's not growing you, come on, point at it. If it's not growing you, it's draining you. I need you to stop knocking on doors that God closed years ago. Stop trying to light fires on ashes. You cannot light fires on ashes after God has just walked you away from it. You didn't get burned. You learn not to go next to the fire. That's my time.
Mic drop. Listen, I'm telling you. Oh, you be spitting the word. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Anytime God moves you, just start recording.
Yeah.
Start recording. Oh, man. I love it. Man, listen, y'all know how I always do. I say life is a journey. Life is short to some, right? But life is also priceless. And life is what you make it. But while you here on God's green earth, you recognize who you are, step into your potential, because no, you got what it takes to win. But you got to believe you got what it takes to win. Keep shining, keep grinding, keep knowing that what God got for you is for you. And like Mr. Lamar just said, listen, if you keep knocking and for whatever reason it's not opening, leave it. Shift and pivot in a new direction, right? Sometimes the rejection is for God's protection, right? They say man's rejection for God's protection. So whatever that looks like, but just know I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go cop the go workbook. Listen, I am so excited. Please make sure you purchase it. I tell you what, this is what I will offer. If for anybody who purchased the workbook, I want you to come into the comments and say, I purchased it. And then we got to have your name. And for anybody who purchased his workbook, what I will do, I will give you a copy of my book, Convicted to Grow, for free. You get a 2-for-1, okay? God just told me to do that. And
you know what? I'll double that. They purchase your book, let me know, and I'll give them a copy. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. Let's do it. Okay. We're giving y'all the next 6 months of information. Yeah. You got to do the work because it works.
Yeah, that part. That part. So, but hold on. Let me put a disclaimer here, okay? This by the time this air, we're gonna be airing before his birthday. His birthday is July 27th. It's gonna. Ooh, what date is that on?
I think that's a Sunday.
Is it a Sunday?
It's a Sunday. Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll extend this if you watch this between now and the end of July 31st, because this is gonna be out here on YouTube forever, right? So you're gonna come to me a year later and talk about.
Exactly.
I put a disclaimer in there. July 31st, okay? But so make sure y'all go purchase it. Make sure you also go follow him on all the social media platforms at I am Lamar Wilson. Don't just go follow him, go and comment #convicted2grow so we know you came from the podcast. And so y'all, thank y'all for rocking with us. Can't wait to showcase this episode and stay on the journey with you, Lamar, and see what God got for you for the next 18 months, okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys. See y'all. Love y'all.